Now that we've installed the actions, we're ready to get started. One of the first things I highly recommend is making a copy of the original file. This way, if you make any changes within the folder or within the file and you break something, you actually have the original to fall back on. So let's just quickly create a copy with Command C, Command V on a Mac. I usually change this out to match the company name, leave the file extension 3 by 3, 2 by 3, etc. just because it's easier for me to know which file I'm working on. You want to click on the new file. Make sure you don't change anything within this folder, otherwise you'll have to fall back on the original file because it'll break. You want to come to where it says place image and double click this file to open it. This is where you actually bring in your images, make your photo adjustments and anything you want. I'm going to embed an image from my desktop. I'm going to hold down Shift and Option and drag out one of the corners to constrain the image file. This is actually where you do want to play around and be creative. Once we're done with our image adjustments, I'm going to hit Command S or go to File, Save, close out this window, and we're back to the original file. So now I want to go to the Actions, open up the Instatiling folder, find the action that actually corresponds to the original file. So in this case, it's 3 by 3, and I'm going to run my action and let it do its thing, and it actually creates tiles of the original image. So the original image looks like this. Now, starting from 9, this would be your first post. You want to work your way down to 8, 7, 6, 5, and so on until you make it to 1 being your last post. From here, you want to take all these images, either email them to yourself or use another auto scheduling software, which I'll show you in the next video how I've developed a workflow for marketing for large brands. But before we go, another thing is maintenance. You want to know how to clean this. If you remember, we actually made a copy of this. The fastest way is just to delete this if you're not going to use it again, and you still have your original file to fall back on. And we repeat the process over and over. Another way is if you happen to have settings that you want to preserve, like for instance, you want to save out the gradient and you want to save out the filter you applied, you can easily delete these two files. Hit save and get rid of all these files. A third option, the quickest way, is just to go to your history panel and reset everything to the original